Hey, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing the next episode in the Big Brain University series where we tackle replays from you guys. You guys send in your replays, we pair together people of the same rank, they play some ranked online, and we review their replays and tell you guys what they could improve on, what they're doing right, and just overall what they could be doing better in that rank. So hopefully this is really helpful. I want to give a huge shout out to Draco and Hazy for letting us do this with their replays. It takes a lot of courage to be criticized, especially in front of a large audience like this. Let's make sure that we're in the comments, we're showing them some love. We let them know we appreciate them for letting us use their replays and gameplay. And I do have a special guest with me this time. We're going to be bringing back Sunless Khan from the Allegiance University. Sunless,
hey,
why don't you say what's up?
What's up?
Perfect. Okay, moving on.
I do what you asked me and nothing more.
So we're going to be doing this old school style, just like the Allegiance University, where Sunless and I will review their replay and give you guys some pointers and maybe some comedic commentary here and there.
We're going to tell you why they suck and everything, why they're terrible people, every mistake they make. It's going to be awesome. Let's go, Virge. What's the first thing that they do wrong?
I mean, we're not necessarily going to be doing that. We are going to be watching their replays. If you guys do enjoy this series, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below. Go over to Sunless Khan's channel, subscribe to his channel, although you're probably coming from there to here already. So let's go ahead and jump into their replay.
So what rank are we looking at today? Is GC3, right?
Yes, so today is going to be Grand Champ 3. These guys are both Grand Champ 3. I think they're both in like the mid divisions, so they're not just barely Grand Champ 3. They're pretty solid.
They're better than me, give or take.
Yeah, give or take a couple skills here or there.
I'm looking forward to seeing players one rank above me. This is perfect.
So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and see what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. You guys might recognize Hazy. He was in the Odd Man Out Rocket League video. Hazy was in that one, and he got redrawn for this one, which works out because it was really easy to get in contact with him. So far, we're a little boost starved. The opponents both commit in that sidewall for that mid.
Sounds like a C3 challenge. Come on, bro. I think people get rewarded for going for being so aggressive in, I don't want to say lower ranks, but like, because this is obviously GC3. I think sometimes people get away with being overly aggressive. So, you know, but once you get to, I don't know, at some point, it's like you got to cut back on the aggression a little bit and just start thinking.
Yeah, when your opponents are making mistakes or they're not incredibly mechanical or quick on their feet to think of outplays, then being overly aggressive does reward you because you're applying really fast pressure to players who aren't capable of handling that pressure. Now, I'm not sure how we ended up here. So kickoff, we just lose a really big kickoff. Draco goes for boost. He's really wide on his turn here. I think it's really inefficient, the path he takes.
I see people do that it's just crazy seeing people still do that all the way up in GC3 where they're still grabbing that full pad and turning so far upfield. I just can't believe it. Unless you're really calling for your teammate, you know he can always give you a back direction you're going, like a back left in this case.
Yeah, I think grabbing the boost, totally fine. But if you're going to take this like, oh, I'm going to assume he's going to win it and go really wide forward, you have to position yourself so that you're turning into the boost really early, right when the kickoff is happening, so that you have options.
So you can turn back towards net so you don't get caught out like he...
Exactly. He just flips, and now he's too far. He flips through the boost this way. We want to be picking the boost up forward towards the ball. Nice, good aggression.
Ooh, I was wondering what he was doing up there, but he's absolutely just causing havoc.
Yeah, this was a really good play. So I think right as he gets this 50 off of the kickoff here, he recognizes this ball is closer to his teammate because both the opponents are here. Ball's bouncing across the field to his teammate. His teammate should get a good hit here. He does. And then he's upfield. He grabs that corner boost. He's in a good position for that forward hit. He finds the demo here and then finds the next bump here. But his teammate Hazy has gone all the way back for boost.
No, not back for boost.
All the way back for boost. Not even just back for boost, but all the way back.
Oh, no. And he had 13.
He's got, yeah.
Now he has 0.
He's got
he used
enough.
all his boost to get back boost, but he has 20 right there. Almost 20. He could easily turn and get some pads. He could have like 30 boosts. Easy goal.
Solid clear. Again, I think just ball camera coming off here. I think coming off, checking for the opponent, great. We don't see him. Now let's turn it back on and get a track on that ball, because now we're using this marker on the ground to read where the ball is, how fast it's going to drop. But if we have ball camera on, we get to track this ball all the way down and go straight to it. Here, we're waiting for the ball to come to us.
He's probably pulled that off before. Like he's almost made it more difficult for himself. And he probably sometimes can make that shot with ball cam off and just wait for it and line it up.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm more guilty than anybody of turning ball camera off too much, because it
does look cool when you wait for the ball to hit down and you still get a good shot. And you're just locked on the net the whole time.
And there are times where you really want to know where that opponent is, and so you turn it off, and then you don't want to turn it back on because you're tracking your opponent. Sometimes when you turn it off, you have to check where your opponent is and then anticipate ahead of time. You have to think, okay, they're here. This is what they're going to do. Ball camera on. Let me make my play based on what I think they're going to do. Nice bumps, decent dribble. So again, this is a situation where ball cam stays on in a moment where I think it's important. We see the opponent on our left. If we turn ball camera off here, we're going to be looking straight forward. We won't be able to see that opponent on our left. We won't know how to outplay him if we if he adapts. And so here, keeping ball camera on gave us the vision we needed to see him. Now, he does get lost behind the ball, but that tells us he might be coming to challenge, because if he doesn't end up in front of the ball, he's not going back. So again, ball camera on gives us a lot of good information there. I think Draco here gets a little too aggressive and just goes straight forward for the corner boost instead of turning around. We lose a challenge. We only have one person back. We want to make sure that we have multiple challenges lined up so that if one gets beat, we have another. Draco going forward here makes it so that if Hazy gets beat, there's nothing we can do on defense.
So he just wasn't quite deep enough there, so he had a bad angle.
Yeah, I think he's playing a little too close to his teammate here. So he pushes forward into the corner. That boost isn't there. We don't need to be in this corner. Nobody's challenging the ball back this way. We should approach this play a little bit slower, be a little bit more middle so that our teammate has an option. But by getting right up behind this 50,
oh yeah,
one play beats both of us. Hitting the ball back to your side of the field is nothing. Like people, I think, underrate the value of that. Hitting the ball back to your side of the field doesn't mean you're losing control. It gives you space.
But when in lower ranks, when you have less control in your hits, it is more risky to do back plays.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The control has to be there.
Yeah,
definitely agree.
They'll be like, okay,
ball forward equals progress. Ball backwards equals you're trying to own goal.
Exactly. There's no in between.
Nice pass from Hazy. I think positioning overall here is really good. Interesting shot. That's a really cool shot because I think it ends up faking out the defender. He goes up like he's going to hit it high. Luca jumps, maybe dodging the bump or looking for that high save. And then he pinches it in the ground with his flip and just keeps it low under the defender. That was really really smart. Good thinking on the toes there.
That's why this guy's better than me. Like I wouldn't have thought to outplay there. I would have been focused on trying to just get the ball on target, but it just been a simple shot.
This was really awkward. We end up going for this corner boost when we have enough boost, and then we decide like a little bit too late. Let me come back in. If we just go in the first place, then this ball right here is probably easy for us to challenge. It never ends up in front of our net like this. This is an opportunity for the opponents. They almost score it. If Luca plays this top corner, I don't think any of us save it.
Yeah. So he needs to go out earlier or stay deeper?
So yeah, right here, he's got 44 boost. He doesn't need that corner. By taking that corner, he's actually going to end up starving us potentially because if we need that on our way out, now it's not going to be there. We're only consuming 50 boost from it instead of if we wait, we might get the full 100. If we take this pad here and cut in much sharper over this pad right in front of the net, right here, we see it. I mean, we miss it, but if we kept a tighter line, now this right here, we've got a challenge on before it gets hit in front of the net. I think this is a running theme with Hazy, positioning really, really close to these challenges that there isn't much control over. So this could end up doing what it does here and bouncing right over him. He's not really in the best position to deal with these types of plays by being so close to the challenge. Typically what you want to do...
I think he's learned that habit from having pretty good mechanics and having really great recoveries. So he's learned to, like, I need to put pressure on. I need to be right here on the ball. Not right on my teammate, but like I need to be close. It's kind of his or what the play style he's trying, right, whether it's intentional or not, is kind of what he's trying to do right now.
Yeah.
He's trying to play fast and be right on his teammates' touches.
Yeah, it could be that subconscious. I know I'm good enough that if it goes back, I could get to it, but it's just not comfortable. And when we put ourselves,
it ends up being a bad habit.
When we put ourselves this close to the play, we're just giving our opponent the opportunity to beat 2 people with 1 challenge. What's much better is if he spaces himself out a little further and is going a little faster.
I like that. I've heard being further away, but also going faster. So you're still keeping your momentum up. You're just not as physically close.
Right, because when you get this close, you have to slow down and you don't have the momentum to react to things that might go over you. But if you're further away and you get to keep that speed because you're not too close, you're quick to whatever outcome there is, whether it's over your head, forward, sideways, whatever. You've got the momentum to instantly jump into that play. Nice demo, good pressure. I like that he's looking for that mid pass.
I love that.
Oh, what a save, though.
Yeah, that's amazing save.
Yeah, I like Hazy's positioning.
And also, he doesn't hit the ball away here when he's on the wall. He stays close for a 50 or a demo in this case. Teammate has great positioning, not ball chasing, because normally, sometimes you might think, okay, I'm
just going to go, let me go into the corner with him. We even see him here.
Let your teammate ball chase a little bit into.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as much as they can, if you can let your teammate ball chase, you're letting one person accomplish as much as possible.
Exactly. He's on the ball. Like, you don't need to go in just because he just had a hit there. Like, you really don't. Draco's got the boost. He's got momentum. He's under the ball. Like, just let him hit it again.
And we see here, he even reads the pass. He turns out into the midfield to give his teammate the room to get the pass past. The pass past Luka, but I think it just comes down to the shot not being strong enough. He does a flip to the left, like forward. Instead, I think just a straight forward flip would give this ball much more power and be unsavable.
Luka kind of pre-jump. I mean, Luka had one opportunity basically.
Yeah.
So he put it where Luka could save. The only place Luka could save it, really.
Nice challenge on the clear. I think going in for the boost here would have been fine. If he goes for this boost and then looks for a demo on his way out, I think that's a really good play. He turns in towards the net, looks for the opponent behind the person on the ball. The ball is floating high enough that it's awkward for letting go his opponent to deal with it and get a threatening play out of this. So he's got time to grab that corner boost, maybe look for a bump, and then his teammate might have a better challenge to come in and take that ball for free on offense. Little panicky. We end up under the ball because of that awkward challenge that we miss.
I like that he left the play though.
Yeah, he didn't stay, he didn't overcommit. Again here, same thing, that ball side rotation. We're not seeing very much of that. Boost grab's fine. We look to get the ball, we can't. Okay, now let me cut across the midfield. Because if this ball gets past Draco and we're behind Draco facing the corner on the left side on the field here, on our way back, then the ball's gonna be behind us. But if we cut across that midfield, now that play that beats Draco into the corner is ahead of us because we're going back to the net, turning to the corner, versus going back to the corner, turning to the net. And then on top of that, by being middle here, let's say that instead of being here, we're cutting across right here. Now Draco has an option to pass at middle because we're in a position that we can turn forward to receive that possible pass. So we're just being more of a presence on the field by cutting through that midfield. He misses that mid boost, so he goes all the way back. I think, again, it's just that rotation on near side. Here, I understand we're on 0. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. We can't miss this mid boost. As soon as we miss that mid boost, I think we just turn around for it. Nobody's threatening to take it. There's a 50 about to happen. The ball's not going to speed up a ton. So we have space to get that mid boost. Now this ball is a free challenge for us. But because we end up going all the way back, we put too much space, we make ourselves awkward, and opponents get a chance. Good save from Draco, though. Good defending on the backboard.
For sure. Opponent was all over it. Wasn't going to beat him.
Ooh, this comes from the hesitation. We see a little bit of wiggling. Wiggling is your worst enemy in Rocket League. It's always best to do something wrong, committed, than it is to hesitate into the right decision. And we see why right here. If he fully commits to a challenge here, and a challenge I would argue is a risky play, but if he fully commits to it, he's got a better chance of making contact with the ball and shutting this shot down. or if he commits to going back, he can make the save. I think committing to going back is the best play, but because he hesitates, then goes back, now the save is out of his reach, and you just can't do anything from that position. The instant leave, we all do it. I do it. I'm quick with it. A lot of times when I'm playing with my friend, like IRL buddies, they're like, "Oh my God, you leave the game so fast."
He's already queuing. He's queuing as we speak.
Yeah, he's already queued up for the next one.
He's ready for the next one. He's gonna get it back. Get it right back.
And that's gonna be it. I mean, I feel like I repeat myself a lot in these episodes, but at different levels. Like the mistakes that are happening are really similar, but the level of skill changes the way that the mistakes happen. It changes the mechanics are better, so they're making more mechanical plays, leaving room for more mechanical errors, or they're rotating at a faster pace, leaving room for more openings. How important the basics are. I keep saying this in like all my videos. If you want to rank up, the most important thing to master is the basics, because at every single level, you're going to be making basic mistakes just at different levels.
And the fact that information gets repeated, if anything, should just tell you that if you focus on those couple things that get repeated the most often, if you think about the most frequent mistakes, those are the mistakes that you're going to start cutting down, and you're going to start improving really fast.
Absolutely. So I want to give a huge shout out to Sunless for coming on to the episode with us and reviving the ALG University. Has been a lot of fun. So I'm really happy that I could bring you back on for it. But it's BBU now, the Big Brain University, RIP Allegiance.
Yep.
If you guys enjoy this content, again, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what rank you want to see next. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this in the future. Head over to Sunless Khan's channel. I'll put a link in the description for you to go click and go to his channel. Most importantly, thank you guys for watching.